Hi there, friends. And I just want to say thank you for liking my blog. You know who you are. Um, you know, I hadn't read that blog in a long time. And when I looked at it, I says, oh, wow, I actually wrote that. My head was so in such a state. You know, they use the word fogged. That's not even a correct term either. Here's the lake by me. It's very nice. I walk past this every day now. I was shocked that I wrote that. You know, I was looking at how long it was. I thought, I actually wrote that? I was really shocked. And I haven't kept up the blog much. It was always, when I would think of a topic or something going on, you know, in the social media or what we're protesting, I would start writing a blog, you know. But I will start doing it again because, you know, everybody knows I was a nurse years ago. And my thing always in this community, when I first started talking on the chats, I'll tell you, fellow patients, friends would message me. And I would actually tell them how to work the system because I was a nurse. I knew how to work the system. And would tell them, ask your doctor for this med, ask your doctor for this, go to this place, try this out. So that's always been my thing, to help fellow patients, because I was able to look on the outside of my suffering and see all the other patients suffering. And you know, all of us who were in this for many years, I mean, we have friends who aren't here. I mean, I have a couple of friends that were the patients who checked out. I use that word for suicide. I don't like the word suicide. The patients who checked out, and there's, you know, one particular one called me before they did it, not long. And I still hear the voice in my head because that person, I knew what the person was planning, you know, when they did it. I just knew. I knew. I was hoping the person wouldn't, and the person did, and the person was young too, you know. So I always look at it as, you know, I've always been able to look at it as the outsider and what the medical system has done wrong. I mean, when I see these criteria and everything, I just shake my head. They're actually I can't believe they're actually telling the patients this. And you know, when it's repeated long enough, people believe it is truth, right? People believe it is truth. It's really hard to believe. It's early in the morning, the sun isn't out. I have my sunglasses once it starts getting bright. People start believing it is truth. Look, the people out there, they're saying CFS and they're saying PEM. PEM sticks a thorn in my side. I'll tell you a story about PEM. I was still working as a nurse when I went to Dr. Susan Levine in New York. And the new FACUDA definition came out, and she had a stack of them printed, and she was handing them to each of us. So I took a look, and I scanned the symptoms with my eyes, and the bottom of the list then, it was at the bottom. They moved it to the top later on. But the bottom symptom on the list said post-exertional malaise. And I said, there's no malaise in this illness. What the hell is this? And it looked like a draft. It didn't look like a finished illness criteria copy. I worked in a research hospital, so we would see the draft, always see the draft first, and then when we would see the beautiful printed article with the letterhead, that wasn't a finished copy to me. Years later, it had to be 2010, 11, when we're on the social media, you know, Facebook, Twitter, whatever, I see people saying PEM. And I lost my breath. I was like, oh, that wasn't a typo. I said, they're really saying that as a symptom. I thought, oh my, no wonder why doctors are laughing at patients for saying malaise. If you look up in any of the older medical textbooks, malaise, and I wrote a few blogs on malaise, don't say it. Don't say it. A few of the blogs, if you look at an old medical textbook, Malaise is that feeling when you're getting a cold, you're feeling that cold and your nose starts running and you got to get the Kleenex tissues. That video I did, The Crash is the Living Death, I mentioned about the Kleenex tissues. Or maybe you feel a flu coming, that crappy feeling with the flu coming. But those feelings are not your crash. I mean, really, it's not your crash. Everybody knows that. So as long as patients keep saying it and agreeing with they're agreeing with the system, and it's not going to change. That symptom, is fugazi. It's fugazi. I know I throw in a lot of my New York slang words, Anyway, I will start keeping up my blog. There are some good things in there, but I don't get much traffic. I get some, I post it out there, and then there'll be some views. I'm not looking to be a hero. I'm just looking for people to see truth, what the heck it really is. And patients don't know it today. The younger ones, they think, oh, they'll never do that to me. Oh, that's the NIH, that's the CDC. They're supposed to care for us. And we all know it's who's following the money. They're going to say who's following the money, right? Anyway, this was too long to put a short video on Twitter. So that's why I'm doing this on my YouTube, And and how I'm walking, because since I've been treated for the dysautonomia, I've been able to walk every day, and it's 3 years now. It's really amazing. In my mind, I keep thinking the crash is going to come. I mean, after 28 years of the crash, you get a PTSD. I mean, I sit here waiting, and I'm actually working a job. And I sit there every day wondering, am I doing the right thing? That crash is going to come and it's going to finish me, and then I have to fight the disability people again, It's been an adjustment, sort of mingling back into the real world. And but we don't see anybody really doing that. So, it's not all a bowl of cherries. I guess I should write about that too, because people that say do get blessed enough for that, they're going to need some support. I wasn't even tying my shoes right. Good morning. I wasn't even tying my shoes right. I got these, when I started walking, I went to the running store here, and I thought I better invest in shoes, and I couldn't even afford it. I put it on a credit card, right? These nice Ghost running shoes. And wonderful shoes. It was the best investment. I've had 2 pairs since, And so when I got these Ghost running shoes, Brooks is the company, I was tying them too tight, and I didn't know that, I felt like all of a sudden I couldn't feel the top part of my left foot, and it felt like I injured it. I says, oh, what did I do here? So I went to the podiatrist, right? What the podiatrist said, he says, there's a nerve on the top of your foot. You pinched the nerve. Go get new shoelaces, bring them back. So I did. I got new shoelaces, brought the shoes back. He relaced my shoes a certain way and showed me how to tie my shoes so I wouldn't pinch the nerve anymore. But that nerve, it could take up to 6 months to recover, and it's still funky, still a little funky. So anyway, I just want to thank you again for liking the blog. I'll start doing more. We need to see some real stuff, not fluff. And anyway, friends, have a good day. As good a day as you can. I know, and somebody's going to ask, did you go back to work as a nurse? No, I didn't. I don't like the system the way it is. And also, I'm not Superman. I wasn't going to try, standing on my feet 12, 13 hours a day. I could do my long walks every day, but working like that is a different situation, and I did get sick on the job. All right, so the job I do now is remote at home, and it keeps me busy all day. It's been better for the mental health. Your mental health does suffer after being like that for years. So anyway, have a good day, friends, and I'll see you on the Twitter or wherever you are on the social media. God bless, friends.